my head like this. You better stop it. Too high, too quick. You are the one I never felt like this. If I'm being honest.
Previously, I put out a video about one of the reasons why I hate being a nurse, and it was on the topic of being burnt out. So I figured, hey, why not do a whole series on why I hate being a nurse? Now, mind you, I do love my job. I do love what I do. Like, nursing is me, but at the same time, I guess I wasn't attuned with the reality of nursing prior to being a nurse. I guess my image of what nursing was this crystallized, bubbly, perfect world. Everyone loves the nurse. Everyone is so nice to the nurse. And when I started working and reality hit me, I was just like, yo, everybody's coming for me. I'm just a nurse. Like, everybody calm down, you know? And faced with the reality that when you're the nurse, you're more than just a nurse. You are like everything and then some. And that is so like taxing on the soul, the body, the spirit, and everything. So I just wanted to do a whole series. So today, from the title, you already guessed it, you already know, I'm gonna be talking about being young in a professional setting as a nurse. If you're like me and you went to college, no wait, scratch, you went to high school, from high school you went straight to college, did your 2 years of prereqs, entered nursing school, graduated, now you have your license, or you're on your road to getting your license, and you're in your early 20s applying for a job. You know, that was me. And when I applied for my first, RN position in a nurse residency program, the guy who was interviewing me, he told me that they will not accept me because I'm too young. I was like, what? And I don't have enough experience. I was like, would you believe that? Like, what kind of... So I went to school and I did all this, and y'all gonna tell me no because I have no experience. Of course I have no experience. Like, I just graduated. Like, what do you mean? That was a real shock to reality. You know, like, how you expect me to get experience when you're not even gonna hire me to get experience? But anyway, but lately, I think like last week, I had an incident that really, like, on a scale of 1 to Chris Brown, it got me like Chris Brown squared, like PO'd, like livid. Oh my gosh. All right, so off the bat in my unit, I'm like the youngest one there, and that's cool. Like, I don't mind. I've come to terms with it. It's cool. So like a couple of weeks ago, and I literally had to wait till I calmed down to film this because I would come off as some nut house because I was so mad. So a couple of weeks ago, I was working with a PCA, a male PCA, and we're just calling him Bobby. Okay, these names they're not the people's actual names, so calm down. So I was working with Bobby. Bobby is an island man, and he already has a thick, island accent. I'm digging it because, I don't really care. I understand what he's saying, so it's cool. So night 1, I work with Bobby and the patient, and it was fine, cool, whatever. Then night 2 comes, I get a different PCA. I'm gonna call her Pamela. Yes, Pam Lamb, okay. Call her Pam. So I was working with Pam, and so me and Pam were like the same frame. In fact, she's like shorter than me, but we're about the same frame. So the patient, what had changed from night 1 to night 2 was the patient just had surgery, right? Back surgery, right? And I had just come into the shift, like maybe 45 minutes after report. And the family wanted like a specialized mattress put on the bed to make the bed more comfortable. I said, okay, cool. The last time me and the other PCA Bobby did that, we log rolled the patient, and it was safe and it was fine. So I come in today, they were like, oh, we want this mattress put on. I said, cool. Me and Pamela, we went in to go do that. And I was like, okay, well, this is not going to work. Let me go grab the other PCA because there'll be 3 of us will be good. And then there's family in the room. And I don't like when family's in the room because you got to be super careful what you say, what you do, because it's like having like paparazzi just right there. So when Bobby comes in the room, he's just all bubbly and cheerful and this, that, and the other. And he's like, starts taking control. He's like, okay, we're going to stand her up and she's going to do all that. And I'm like, no, we're not. So to cover myself, because a lot of times as nurses, like, I forget how much we have to lose. We have a whole license and you work so hard for that license, so you don't want to lose that license. So in front of the family members and the patient, I asked the patient 3 questions. I asked the patient, 1, are you lightheaded? The patient said yes. I asked the patient, 2, are you dizzy? The patient said yes. And then I asked the patient, do you think you can stand? And the patient said, no, my legs are very weak. I said, cool, case dismissed. Family member is here, everyone is here. I said, okay, yeah, we're not going to move her. We're going to roll her the same way we did, because in fact, the family member was there the first time when we initially put the mattress on a couple of days ago. Fine, whatever. So I already made up my mind, we're not going to get this patient up. Fine. Then, the PCA is like over here like, no, she can do it. And I'm just like, this lady, in my mind, I was like, this lady just had back surgery today. Like, she just came back on the unit maybe like an hour before. She has anesthetics. She says she's weak. Like, I'm thinking of all the reasons why moving this patient will be so dangerous to the patient. Fine, whatever. The family member was like, oh, well, And then with the PCA egging them on, they were like, okay, let's move her. And I flat out said, I'm uncomfortable with it. But no, between the family member and the PCA, the PCA was like, oh, we'll just get her up in bed, whatever. And I was just like, okay, so no one's going to listen to me. No one is listening to me. Okay, fine. Okay, so we're looking around. So the family member brings the chair, and I'm just like, oh my gosh. Okay. So I'm like, let me get a wheelchair. It'll be big enough. It'll be mobile. We'll manage, right? I go step out to get the wheelchair. I come back. Lo and behold, the patient is standing up, clenching to the shoulders of the PCA, and they're putting the crate on. And in my mind, I was like, hey, Jesus, hey, he wants to kill me. That's what he wants to do. Me, I was speechless, y'all. You understand? I was speechless and I was pissed, and I was just praying. I was like, God, please don't let this patient fall. Don't let this, this is, oh my God. And this is like at the beginning of shift. I'm talking about like, this is going to be a long 12 hours if anything happens. Luckily, it was done. We finished, we fixed the bed, put the patient back up there, and the patient did not fall. But honest to God, I walked out that room and I let the PCA have it. I know, as unprofessional and as just so in out of character it was, I let the PCA have it because I was livid. I was like, I told you no. I am the nurse. I am the licensed professional. If anything would have happened, it would have been on me. It would have been my fault. And that's the thing you need to realize working as a nurse. Even if the PCA doesn't do anything, they're not going to get in trouble. They're going to get a slap on the wrist. Ask the nurse, because at the end of the day, you're in charge. You're going to get fined. Your license is going to be taken away. You have so much more to lose by not being safe, by causing harm to your patient, and not using your clinical judgment, So to me, like, that really got me, because I'm like, yo, is it because I walk around here looking so nice? Is like a nice personality and I just, look so childish? Legitimately upset. So the rest of the shift was just like ruined for me, because I told him, I was like, yo, no, and ever since then I haven't really worked with that PCA since then, but I know our relationship is severed, but I don't care, because I was looking out for my patient. Like, I was looking out for the safety of my patient. So that to me really, really, really upset me, like, to the umpteenth degree. Even though you may be young like me, it's important, and I stress this, it's so important to make sure that you voice your opinion and you make sure you articulate yourself in a clear manner. So that way, when it comes back to it, you do your best to protect yourself and to protect your patient. Because God forbid that patient had fallen, it would have been a whole different story, and I would have been the one in trouble. So, going on from here on out, in my career, and any chance that I do feel uncomfortable, I'm going to make sure I articulate it to whoever I'm working with, and make sure that I verbalize that, hey, I'm not comfortable with the situation, and try to problem solve and find a better way to go about, getting the same results, but with a less riskier ordeal. Okay. So, hopefully that story was somewhat of a help in my experience being, in this career. If you guys could think of a better way I should have handled it, I kept myself composed till it was just one-on-one with the PCA. But, if you guys have been dealing with this, or as the older, more experienced nurses, share with me, like, how do you guys deal with young, or what's your perception of, young nurses, fresh off nursing school, fresh out the NCLEX nurses. But, yes, that's all I have for today. And, yeah, and that's it. You guys so much for watching. Be sure to watch my last video, other videos, all the videos, every videos, I don't know. Anyway, you guys have a great day, and I'll see you guys next time.
If I'm being honest, I can break